So they could definitely give us a call if they want a vendor at 516-859-3523.
See how he gets the commercial in again? Another commercial he snuck in.
You're getting me excited, Supreme, about the food.
Because the food is amazing. The food is amazing.
Oh, I'm getting excited here.
We have fried fish out there, some macaroni and cheese. I don't know what you guys like, but
I like chicken fingers and fries.
Yeah, that's definitely going to be
okay.
Anything that little kids eat, we eat. That's our specialty.
Also, we have a stage show that we're putting on, so we do welcome any performers that definitely want to come and showcase their talent that day. So any artists, singers, poets, some rappers, drummers, dancers, whatever you do, and if you want to come out that day and showcase your talent and your culture, you could definitely give us a call as well.
Now, do they have to be African American?
No, they don't.
They don't.
No,
Bill.
they don't.
Okay.
Because
Bill,
I'm not a rapper.
We should perform. We should perform together.
Nobody ever wants me to perform.
And the reason I say that is because we try to look at the African diaspora when we talk about African American culture or African culture itself, and everybody's mixed into that, whether they see it or they don't see it. So whatever talent that you have and you want to come out that day, we're not turning anybody away. We embrace all cultures.
And I mean, it's a great opportunity. There's always that actor, actress, somebody out there who needs a start and wants to get seen someplace. If you really think you have that talent, give Supreme a call. He'll give you that information later in the show. And maybe this can be your big break, along with a lot of people who are in the arts. So you're performing to just the right people. Supreme and Zach, at this point in the show, we like to take a brief break from my hometown on the voice of Nassau Community College, 90.3 WHPC. Our special guest today is Alla Supreme Brown, the Executive Director of the Youth Empowerment Institute, Incorporated. We'll be right back after this intermission.
New York moms and dads, tune in. Dr. Monique Collier-Nichols, a member of the NAACP New York State Conference and pediatrician, talks about the importance of vaccinating your children.
As a pediatrician here in New York, I've seen firsthand how devastating vaccine-preventable diseases can be to our children. The CDC recommends a vaccination schedule that helps protect against 14 serious diseases before the age of 2. Yet, according to the National Immunization Survey, among African American children aged 19 to 35 months nationwide, approximately 30% have not been fully vaccinated with all the CDC recommended vaccines. As parents, getting our children vaccinated with all doses at the scheduled times is one of the most important steps we can take to help protect them from serious illnesses.
Families without vaccine insurance coverage may be eligible for vaccines at reduced or no cost through the Vaccines for Children program, or VFC. Learn more at vaccinateourchildren.com. This message is sponsored by the NAACP New York State Conference in partnership with Pfizer.
My Hometown is made possible by Herald Community Newspapers. For more local news, visit liherald.com. Got a story to tell? Call 516-569-4000.
WHPC.
And now we return to My Hometown.
We're back on My Hometown. I'm your host, Bill Horan, along with Zach Turkel, and our special guest today is Alla Supreme Brown, the Executive Director of the Youth Empowerment Institute. Alla, you was telling us about the African American Festival and Parade coming up, and this will be in just a few weeks. Who will be at the event? Who's typically do we see there?
I mean, typically the community comes out to the event. We have a lot of local performers, dancers, poets. We have some cultural performers, African drummers, dancers. We're working on some artists because this event we're kind of celebrating the golden era of hip hop.
Okay.
So we are expecting some special guests to come out. We're working on the confirmations now, so I don't want to put nobody's name out there.
I don't want to get you in trouble. No, don't get in trouble till you know it's official.
But definitely we're celebrating the golden age, the golden era of hip hop here on Long Island. We want to give some recognition to those who, put a stable in hip hop, and they're still here.
And Alla said before the break, if you think you're pretty good or you want to be a performer, get in touch with him. Let him be the judge. This could be, everybody's looking for that big break. This could be the break, and you have a lot of media people because that's what this organization is all about. Zach?
Yes, so Supreme, what can people expect at this event to take place this Saturday on October 6th? So let's say I'm walking in and I'm seeing the event. What am I going to be seeing in front of my eyes?
So what you're going to be seeing is it's a parade. Mm-hmm. So it's a parade coming from Freeport on Holloway and Holloway and North Main and Freeport. So you're going to see a whole bunch of organizations come into this parking lot that we have behind VIM in Hempstead.
Yeah.
And when you walk in, you're going to see a kiddie corner. So there's going to be a corner with bouncy rides for the kids, cotton candy, popcorn.
I'm getting excited, Supreme.
Things of that nature. We're going to have a food court section where we have food vendors. And when I tell you the food is delicious, it's awesome.
I will donate money to see Zach on one of those bouncy things.
Yeah.
I promise you that if you can get a video of Zach bouncing up and down with some little kids, I'll make a donation.
I get excited.
That may not be a big one, but I'll make a donation.
Okay.
I love bouncy things.
Oh, yeah, that's fair.
Go ahead.
And also, like the stage performance, we put on a great show, and we also added a fashion show into the whole mix of performances. So it's going to be an awesome day. I mean, bring the family, bring the kids, and come out and enjoy.
And if you're a pretty young lady and you think you want to be a model,
yeah,
you
definitely
should get out there and show some of those fashions.
Yes, you can give me a call, 516-859-3523, because we're looking for more models too.
He's really good about getting that in, but I was actually just going to ask you. It's on October 6th. You just gave a phone number, and now I think before you had an email and a physical address you told us about. So if someone didn't get the phone number, give us the other information.
Yeah, so they can email us at tahadfestival@gmail.com. That's TAHAD festival@gmail.com. And we're located at 69 Nicholas Court in Hempstead, New York.
And if we have time, we'll give that once again at the end of the show. We usually squeeze that in.
Okay, great.
Now, how is the Long Island African American Parade and Festival tied in with the Youth Empowerment Institute? How do the two work together?
So the way that it works is because we're a cultural arts program. So we deal with performing arts, theatrical arts, and all of these, arts. And the way that the festival ties into that, the parade and the festival, is because we teach young people pretty much how to put these things together. So, and putting them together, the display of it is culture. It's African American heritage and culture. So as drummers, we have dancers, we make sure we have these things there so we can educate the community on it. And also, we have 7 grand marshals that are chosen and represent the 7 principles of Kwanzaa. So we try to work all of that in there.
Sounds like it's going to be a fun day.
It's going to be an awesome day. Now, I'm excited.
I always have to be in, literally this time, the wet blanket, and I don't mean that as a pun. What if it's bad weather?
If it's bad weather, we have a rain date.
You do? Okay.
Yes.
When is that?
Sunday.
Okay, the next day.
Yes.
So fair enough. So if someone sees it and they're all set for it, if it's not October 6th, it's going to be October 7th.
That's correct.
Sounds good enough.
Great. So, Supreme, what are some other programs that your organization operates besides this event?
So the other program that we operate is called Neighborhood Alive. Mm-hmm. And what Neighborhood Alive is a program where we teach young people TV production.
Ooh, okay.
And we teach them how to use the cameras. We teach them how to cut and edit. We pretty much teach them how to put a show together. So sometimes they have ideas, sometimes they don't. And we just incorporated with Hempstead schools to do an after-school program. Mm-hmm. So you're going to definitely be hearing more about us.
That's so great for people, though. I mean, even if they don't use it in their career, that they just understand what goes into it.
Yeah, no.
I'm always fascinated learning someone's business. We just see them on the surface, an accountant, a plumber, a lawyer. But when you learn what they have to do behind that and take them through the everyday, you realize there's hours of work that sometimes go in to see 2 minutes in court or
correct.
Whatever they do.
That's correct.
Now, Supreme, what goes into setting up a festival like this? I know I've worked on some events, and they're always a lot harder. When you raise your hand at the meeting, they sound easy, Zach. This is a warning to you.
Okay,
don't volunteer because
it
sounds easy, but it's usually hard. Tell us some of the work that goes into this.
You could definitely volunteer, but yeah, it sounds easy, but it's a lot of work. It's like waking up with it on your mind and making sure you accomplish something before the day's out. So it's a planning session where you get with a team and you come up with the things that you want to see. So first you got to have a vision of what you want to see before any moves are made. And once you get that, you go through a stage of permits where you got to get permission for everything. You got to get permission to parade down the street. You got to get permission to have this parking lot. You got to secure insurance. I mean, there's a lot of paperwork that goes into before you can even promote it, before you can contact anybody about it. You got to get your permits in order. Once you get the permits out of the way, now you got to bring it to the people. And whether you need people to volunteer, to participate, to perform, to promote, whatever you need, you got to get the people for it. And that's where it's, it's kind of easy to get the permits, but getting the people gets a little hard. I mean, you just got to promote for it, and you got to raise money.
He makes it sound so. You just gotta raise money.
It's just easy, It's just these stupid things that I have to do.
And I bet I'm gonna, not having done this, but with you, but I'm bet this is true. Just after you have everything set and you said, this is ready for next week. We're all ready to go. The main act calls up and says, I have laryngitis.
There's always some last minute. As they say, whatever can go wrong will go wrong.
Yep.
But the good thing about putting together an event is that the only people who know something went wrong is the people who actually put it together.
That's a great point. If I came, I wouldn't know one act is missing.
Correct.
Or that dancer wasn't there or the model didn't show up. You might know it and it disturbs your flow for the day, but Zach and I are there. We don't know, or somebody didn't bring their special dish or something. And hey, let's be honest, this is real life. Things are going to happen. Baseball players get sick, football players get sick, politicians, it happens. Things interrupt their life, and we have to go with it. Zach?
Yeah, this one really stood out to me, Supreme. What is your take on the status of African American youth on Long Island?
I mean, my take on the status of the African American youth on Long Island, I think they're in trouble. And the reason that I say that is because I'm only one person. My organization is one organization, and we're trying our best to give them some skills that could lead to a career, but also teach them about culture, about who they are, what their identity is, and things of that nature, and be a positive role model in their lives. And it's not too many of that. It's not too many of that on. I mean, there are, but what influences our young people a lot of the time is the stuff that they see on television and some of the videos of hip hop music and stuff like that. So they get a lot of negative aspects of the money, the fast cars and stuff like that, and they want to live that lifestyle, and it gets them into trouble. And I think we need more positive role models that have made it successfully, that come back into the community for these young people, to show them like, yo, you don't have to do that. You can do this. You could be great like me. And
Olive Spring Brown, I think Zach will agree with me. They have a great role model in you. And if they get out to the festival on October 6th, and where is it?
It's at the October 6th, the Long Island African American Heritage Parade and Festival, where the parade is coming from Holloway in North Main and Freeport into Hempstead. The actual physical address, if you need an address, is 45 Main Street. That's VIM's address. In the back of VIM, and the parking lot is where we'll be.
We want to thank you so much for being with us today. It's going to be definitely a great festival because this is the man who knows how to do it. Yep. And we'd like to thank certainly Zach for being here with us, and we'd like to thank our special guest, Alice Supreme Brown, the Executive Director of the Youth Empowerment Institute. I'm Bill Horan, along with Nassau Community College student Zach Turkel. Thanks for listening to My Hometown.